This presentation was one that I presented to B&I business partners on February the 6th, 2019. We begin to discuss visibility and credibility and profitability as it applies to your internet presence in the same ways that it applies to B&I. Your website is your first action toward visibility on the internet. You want it to be unique to your industry. If you have more than one location, you need to separate the web pages for that location or for those locations, and you need each of those pages to identify the differences between your two locations, and you need to describe those differences. You also need unique URLs so that they can easily identify the page, the location, and so that they know the differences between the two. Ranking with Google or any search engine begins outside where you build your first internet presence, which is your website. Google is the largest, so we're going to focus on them for the duration of the presentation. Everything is to help Google understand who you are and how relevant you are to the internet and what it is someone might be searching. As you're building your website, or after you've completed your website, as you think about your website, you need to think about the pages that you want. So that you make sure that the people that are searching for your product or services, they understand what you have to offer. But in the process of doing that, you also want to make sure that you create a sitemap. A sitemap is a page that is specific for Google or for search engines, so they can see your pages and how they relate to each other. Each page breaks it down to a specific target market. You may hear the words keywords and keyword phrases. These are those words or phrases that people use to search for your services or your product. You submit a sitemap to Google and to Bing and various search engines, so they have direction about your website and your business. Adding your Google map to your website does two things. It increases your visibility, but it also begins your credibility with Google. Embedding a Google map into your website is not new, but having to have an API key is new. It's only been in the last year they've required a API key, and this gives you more credibility. So whenever you embed your map in, you have to get an API key, and this again tells Google that you are credible and that you're not trying to spam people. Requiring API will give your website more credibility and your business more credibility, and give you more of an ability to be able to rank higher whenever it comes to Google. Building that credibility on your Google My Business profile, you want to make sure that it is unique information. You don't want the same information that every other industry like yours has. You want to make sure that yours is somewhat unique. What makes you different? Make sure that the information ties back to your website pages. Add pictures that are specific for your location, to your industry. Make sure that you stand out with unique content and images. Whenever you've got your Google My Business listing complete and you've received your verification code, you've waited your 48 hours and all your information is in there, you've got your unique pictures and everything on there, this is what it will actually look like. And on this you can see this is Wygat Realtors SPM Real Estate. You can see that it shows their category, which is real estate. They have a place for reviews where they have gotten reviews, and we'll talk about reviews later on in the presentation. You'll see their Google My description. And again, this is free. This gives Google and other people who are looking for real estate to be able to see a little bit about who you are. And you see Google Post. And these posts, again, is like having free ads that is specific on Google. And if you've got your information correct on your Google My Business, and it matches with your Facebook information, you're listing with Facebook, then you'll have your Facebook profile there where people can click and learn even more about you. To further increase credibility, we're going to move now again outside of Google to claim directory listings. Directory listings are those things that you see on the website like Yelp and Yahoo and different things like that. You can get on listings on maps such as Bing and Apple Maps. You want to be sure that you claim these free listings on Yelp and YP and other directories. Visitors may not necessarily search for you on these directories, but it gives you more relevance to Google and also to your visitors as they see you listed in other places on Google. If you use a paid directory to clean up or to build your link building, just keep in mind that once you cancel your membership with them, that a lot of these listings will go away. So being able to do these and to get your to claim them individually is time consuming, but once you do them, they're yours and they don't go away. And then all you have to do is, if you were to move, it would be to update them. And this increases your credibility. This increases your ranking on Google. And it's outside, and it's based on various directories. Now, as you're building these directories, you want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are consistent across the board on the internet. It doesn't matter whether it's on a directory or whether it is on your Better Business Bureau or where it is. You want your name and address the same. And these inconsistencies can be the difference between DR period and DRIVE, or ST period and STRET. You want to be sure that whatever it is that you put one place, that it is carried across every place. You can type these into a Word document where all you have to do is copy and paste them across all the different directories or maps that you claim, so that you have the same name, address, and phone number everywhere on the internet. This shows consistency, and Google doesn't get confused about whether or not you are who you are, because if you use the word street versus STRET, sometimes they will think it's a different location, and it can cause you issues when it comes to your ranking. Now that you have got your website built, you have claimed your Google My Business, you have got your directories all listed, now you're ready to begin to looking at profitability. And profitability means that you're going to have to do more work or hire it done. Either way, these things that you can do, you can hire out to someone like iDesign Business Link or other social media and marketers or different marketers in the business that their specific focus is to to further expand your internet presence in a way that will bring profitability. Writing content that people want to hear, address a concern, solve a problem, answer questions. These kind of things that gives you relevance. It gives you credibility, but it moves from credibility to profitability because then it increases your ranking. So when someone's looking for you, Google is going to pull you up and present all of your stuff because you have done a good job writing a blog, writing posts that are relevant to those that follow you. Then link it back to your blog, to your website page, or to your article. These link backs, writing blogs, and then creating social media post on these and linking it back to your website increases your relevance when it comes to Google or any search engine, because a visitor will come and will search for something that is called a query, and Google will look for someone who gives the best representation for the answer to that question, to that problem. So they're giving a solution. So you want to write content that answers or takes care of a problem for a potential client in your particular industry. You can create an event on Facebook, add a post on LinkedIn. If you're a business to business, that is what your market is, then you want to be able to make sure that you're on LinkedIn so that you can give that business to business post and make sure you link it back to your website to show that you are relevant. The next item of profitability is to get Google reviews, and it's not just Google reviews, it's reviews across the board. You want to have reviews on Facebook. If you have a Yelp account, getting reviews there. BBB, I would say probably the top three would be your Google and would be Google and Facebook and your BBB. Having a good review with those, they show up in various places. Reviews can be time consuming requesting them, but we're going to provide for our clients a template so that they can send it to their clients to request reviews on Google or on Facebook or on Google, the Better Business, the BBB, if they have a BBB account. So we want to be able to provide a way that they can be able to send out those reviews. Just to know that as far as reviews goes, that whenever you send them out to different agencies, it can cost up to $250 a month and more. They have various aspects that they have in their different providers. Some provide, directory building and all those kind of things. Just know that sometimes whenever you have these different businesses that do your reviews, be sure to ask, if I were to close out the account, do I lose my reviews? And in some cases you will. So you want to be sure that you ask those kind of questions. Paid ads and leads. If you are new to a customer, if your new customer purchases increases 25% from ads, and you cannot reveal them as a happy customer to others searching for your business, you will not be relevant to those who are looking for your business on Google. Looking at how you're going to get reviews is important to growing your online relevance and your presence, your profitability with Google, and growing your business. This can be done through review services. It can be done through creating a template or using our template to send out reviews to your customers and your clients. Make the request personal and immediate. And if you have BBB, don't forget to list them. Another way to connect your reviews to your website is to embed them in your website. You can write a blog, and within that blog, find a review that matches your blog content and put that review in there. Again, that gives you relevance to not only to the person reading the blog, but it also gives relevance to Google and to Facebook, depending on what it is that you're writing about. So be sure that you find or have someone work with you to be able to make sure that you're getting the most out of your content that you're writing on your blog, the reviews that you're getting, so that those can be embedded and connected to the people that are looking for your business. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact myself, Margaret Patrick, at 901-849-0772 at iDesign Business Link. Thank you for your time.